Jugnuma, also called The Fable, is one of those rare films that doesn't shout, but lingers. Directed by Ram Reddy, starring Manoj Bajpayee with Deepak Dobril, Priyanka Bose, Hiral Sidhu, Tilatama Shome and others, it feels like cinema made with love for place, myth, and the slow magic of nature. The story is set in the late 80s in a large orchard in the Himalayas. Dev Bajpayee lives with his family, wife Nandini, daughter Vanya returning for summer, son Juju, and an orchard manager Mohan. Dev has built himself wings, crafted them by hand, and flies off a cliff every day. That surreal routine becomes the heart of the film's magic realism. Then strange fires begin burning trees in his orchard. What starts as nature's mystery becomes a deeper question of identity, family, heritage, ownership, and what parts of life are ours, and what parts we must protect. Watching it, the first thing you notice is how beautiful it all is. The cinematography by Sunil Borkar is something to remember. Foggy mornings over apple orchards, firelight flickering among leaves, shadows of trees, the way light falls on Dev's wings. The landscape isn't just backdrop, it feels alive. Sound design leans into the natural, the whispers of wind, birds, crackling fires. There is almost no background score in many scenes, which makes stillness and silence feel heavy and real. When fire erupts, or when Dev takes flight, that contrast shakes you. Manoj Bajpayee gives one of his best recent performances, restrained, melancholy, curious, haunted. You believe Dev's longing, his silence, his attempts to be part of a myth he built himself. Deepak Dobril as Mohan adds the right weight, grounded, worried, loyal, but not blind. Priyanka Bose brings quiet strength as Dev's wife. Her presence roots the film's emotional core. Hiral Sidhu as Vanya shines. Her youthful energy, her return, her distance, and her attempt to understand what Dev holds sacred, all of it adds tenderness. Tilatama Shome shows up with lightness and depth in her moments. Even the smaller roles, the local workers, the nomads, feel lived in. Yet, Jugnuma isn't for everyone. The pace is slow. Poetic wanderings, long silences, unanswered mysteries. Some plot threads don't resolve. The fires remain half-shade puzzles. The wings remain poetic metaphor more than plot device. If you want punch, big climaxes, tidy endings, you may feel frustrated. I found myself entranced in the first half, then waiting more often for clarity in the second. The dream-like segments, magical realism, the fable elements make you think, but sometimes they make you wonder if you missed a clue. What felt satisfying though is that the film trusts you. It doesn't force explains everything. It allows nature and mystery to carry tension. It lets Dev's inner life show through small things, his silence, his guilt, his love of orchard, his wings. The film balances the human with the myth well. Also, the technical and visual decisions, the film being shot on 16mm analog, give it texture and warmth. Costumes, sets, locations, all feel authentic. Emotionally, I left the theater feeling both calm and unsettled. Calm because the visuals, the nature, and the characters' quiet struggles linger beautifully. Unsettled because the mystery remains, the fires continue, both literally and metaphorically. The film is asking, what belongs to us? What are we guardians of? What scars do we hide? Some scenes hit me hard. When Dev flies, when he examines charred trees, when Vanya looks at her father's wings and asks what they cost. Others I paused, wondering about pace, about scenes that could have been shorter or more concentrated. But I appreciate the ambition to make a film that's not obeying typical hero beats, that doesn't feel commercial but feels earnest. In the end, Jugnuma, the fable is cinema you absorb rather than consume. It's rich, beautiful, mysterious, sometimes frustrating, but deeply memorable. If you like films that make you think, that let you sit with ambiguity, that show nature, heritage, family in lens and silence, this one will stay with you. If you prefer clear thrillers, fast pace, resolution, you might admire it, but not fall in love. Jugnuma is a poetic, haunting journey, one of those films where you walk out quieter, with images in your mind. Highly recommend for those willing to fly slowly.
Hope you like the video. See you with another interesting video. Bye then, signing off from Black and Blank.